They just threw me into it though. I'm not properly dressed, guys. I was just saying that. Oh, see what happens when you're not properly prepared to. I haven't been here in a while. How's everybody doing out there? Yo, what's up? What's up, buddy? It's been a while since I did any kind of streaming. I didn't really have a plan for it. I was actually just trying to set up my TikTok, to be honest. But how's it going? There's one game I always said I may try to play on stream. But wait 1 second. Oh, connection errors. That's not good. Skipped frame. That's not good. That's not good at all. I'm not even doing anything. Why is it skipping frame? Oh, what's up, Cridge? Oh, is this it? Oh, the box looks so small. Is it supposed to be that small? Hold on. The stream is not really gonna be about nothing because the stream wasn't supposed to. The stream wasn't so supposed to be showing. To be honest, it kind of just happened. I was fixing up some stuff for my Patreon, and well, there you go. Oh, see, I put the display away by accident, but at least I put it in front of the chat box, which I wanted to do for a while. Okay, give me a second. Did my screen go black for a while? If it did, my apologies. We just chilling, buddy. That's all we doing. You could say you're helping me set things up, in a sense. I mean, if you have any questions, this would be the time to ask any questions, you know. Oh, hear that? Oh, well, here comes the skipped frames. See, that's what I gotta work on, stuff like that. Huh? I'm doing too much things, guys, but that's what I want to do though. I want to start doing stuff like that, you know, maybe play a couple games or whatever. I mean, obviously not right now. Right now I'm not looking so good at all. It's stuck on the screen for some reason. Maybe it's the application, because I'm seeing myself move around. Maybe it's not supposed to do that. My favorite game. Why is this behind me? I was just not showing. Okay, let's just bring this over a little bit. Oh no, it is showing. I'm tripping. Maybe it just showed at the bottom for some reason. I got too many things. My favorite game, I'm not sure. The game I play the most is probably Street Fighter and Super Smash Brothers. Definitely. But my favorite, it's hard to say. Okay, let's X this out. Oh, for some reason that's stuck on my screen. Let's switch back to... That's stuck on my screen, by the way. I don't know why. It just chose to be stuck for some reason. Get rid of it. No, just chose to be stuck. So weird. There you go. It's gone. Yeah, I don't have the chat backs. The chat backs. Don't got the chat backs on this. Let's see. Figuring out how to work this thing together, guys. It's weird that it's story games. Yeah, I definitely do. Trying to think of a story game that I really enjoy. There's been a few, you know. If Ninja Gaiden counts as one, I enjoyed that. I played Horizon. That was good. I never played I played Last of Us, the first one. I wouldn't say I loved it, but I liked it. Red Dead Redemption. Trying to think. It's been a while probably since I played like a more recent one. I was what's that one called? That super popular one, Monkey Wukong, Sun God Wukong. I wanted to play that, but it's funny, after it came out, I didn't hear anybody talking about it as much. I wonder if it flopped. Okay, here we go. I added a chat box. It's a good place for the chat box to be over here. Yeah, I'd say so. It's funny because I'm not even on the internet or anything. It's weird that it's saying I'm dropping frames. Am I? I guess so. Just completed Hidden Horizon Dawn. It was fire, man. Yeah, I put a lot of hours into Horizon. You know, I beat the first one, and I don't think I beat the second one, but it's because I put so much time in the first one. When it came to the second one, I was just like exhausted, you know. But it was good, like you say. It was a really, the first one I was locked in. It was super fun. Black Myth Wukong. Yeah. Why? So. But did you enjoy it though? Was the game good? I feel like it should have been a fun game, but I never really heard anybody talking about it. Okay, let me move this over here. Yeah. Does that look weird for you guys? It's gonna look weird for you guys now because it's like overlapping. I mean, it shouldn't, because you can still see me, right? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It was hype. Everybody was talking about it, and then it was just like Sun Kong who, you know, it was just like poof, and everybody forgot that it was a game. Oh, the story's mid. Yeah, okay, a game like that, I feel like you have to have a good story. Let's open up this chat box. Yeah, you're right. A story like that has to have a game like that has to have good story. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. I feel like it's probably a little laggy because I'm on the Wi-Fi. Usually, I'm using the LAN cable. Next time I stream, I'll use the cable. It shouldn't be lagging as much. Oh man, I might still play it one day. It's probably gonna go on sale soon, if it's not on sale already. It's so weird that it jumping frames. No, I'm trying to figure out which one of these. Yeah, I'm not. Oh, I think this was the one I was supposed to be using. Is it? Let's see. Like I said, buddy, I'm all over the place because I'm trying to. Why is it like that? Now the screen looks super weird. I'm like behind the thing, and now I'm in front. Okay, it's so weird. It's whatever. Who cares? I'm here. Yeah, I think it stopped dropping frames though. My PC, I wish I knew. I just know that my PC specs are not good. You know, it's average, like maybe below average, honestly. But my PC specs, like I can't even play game on this thing. Like any newer game, even some of the old ones, like it's not gonna. It's too laggy. But I don't know. There's a computer place down the street. I don't know if I could put something. I don't know if graphic cards make games work better, or is it just that your laptop is just not gonna do nothing. And you said you play game on a laptop, not on a PC, and my laptop is not strong. That's what I'm saying. My laptop is not strong enough. Like yours is probably stronger than mine. Like even like the basic games, my laptop struggles to play. So yeah, it's just a no go for that. I had to start recording my reactions because it was just messing up my reaction videos all the time. It was just not working properly. So I had to start downloading. No, like I had to pre-record the episode, and then I can't watch the episode obviously, so I gotta like turn the volume down and make sure I'm not watching. And then after a few minutes, I check to see if the video's done, and then I stop it, and then I re-watch it. It's complicated, but that's what I do for you guys. You know, giving you the best. No, this is not pee, it's liquor. I'm too lazy to use a cup. And this is beer. Thank you. I work, man. I work so hard for those reaction videos to be good. Like, you'll see the struggle from the beginning to where it's at now. But I feel like where it's at right now, it's good. Okay, good. Yeah, but before, some of the videos was like, I tried to hide it a little bit with the lagging and stuff, but like now it's flawless. But before, hell no. Like like I said, I always try to make all of them good, but like sometimes they were giving me problems. Sometimes I would be like, okay, trying to watch, and it would lag, and I had to like, okay, let me, before I actually start watching, and let me stop it and see if I could fix my internet or whatever. Sometimes my internet's really good, so sometimes I don't even know why it's lagging. But ever since I started just recording before, it's smooth, like no problems now. Now I gotta fix the streaming aspect of it, you know. Which right now it don't seem like I'm lagging anymore, which is good, you know. I was trying to set up my TikTok live stream, but it says they have to review. I guess they have to prove that TikTok's so weird because like they want you to prove that you have actual followers and stuff on YouTube before they allow you to live stream on TikTok. So it's like you gotta be somebody, or you gotta be somewhat, like you have to have a certain. Well, I guess it makes sense because on YouTube you gotta have a certain amount of subscribers to actually stream. So yeah, it makes sense, but it is still kind of weird. But I'm yapping. I'm just, you know, I probably didn't stop the recording by now because you're in the chat. Oh, I don't know. I don't know about TikTok. Me and you probably have the same knowledge about TikTok, but I know my TikTok is let's see. My TikTok name is at nutsman13. So where's the camera? See, I don't know if it's gonna show. See, so that's my, I don't know if the username's there. It is. Yeah, I don't really got anybody on there, but I got a lot of videos on TikTok though. You know, a lot of shorts and stuff with me just doing goofy shit. Is it there? See, so yeah. I mean, some of my videos I got a lot of views on them. Some of them not so much. But yeah, it's like I said, at nutsman13. I get in on some of these challenges, you know, like this one. Still really popular one, so you know. I get in on some of the challenges. Okay, I appreciate it, bud. I talk about like downgills on it sometimes, you know, just to try to get the word out. I'm like, yeah, this show is awesome. Battle Through the Heavens. You guys should go see it. I don't even talk about my channel sometimes. I'm just talking about the downgills, just overall. Like, yeah, just go watch it. Because the shows are really good. Now, I really just want people to start watching them because they're really good. I would love to see some of my favorite reactors watch, you know, some of the Chinese shows because I think they'd really like it. And I think they'd make some great videos, reaction videos to those shows too. Let me see. Yeah, I'm on TikTok, baby. I show my TikTok videos. Oh, you said you're watching some anime reactions of One Piece like a year ago and found about your channel reacting to 3D anime. Yeah. Uh-oh, here we go with the lagging again. 1 second. It's because I googled something. That's what I tell you about my laptop sucks. I literally googled something and it started like lagging out. Oh, goddamn. Goddamn, boy. Alright, I'll X this thing out. I was just gonna show my TikTok on the live screen, but never mind. Never mind. He said Flights reacts once Flight reacts. Who is Flight reacts again? I know that name. Let me see. I know that name though for sure. Flights reacts. Oh yeah, I know him. I've seen him before. He's super popular. I never really watched his videos though, but I know him. Yeah, I never watched his videos before, but I know him. He's pretty big. I really just watch any reactors, like especially if they're watching shows that I like. I just watch them. Like One Piece. I'm pretty much know all the One Piece reactors, like all of them, the old ones to the new ones. You know. Okay, I mean, fancy to see you here as well. What's your name, buddy? Ed Milson Martins. See, that's a cool name. That's a pretty cool name. See, I appreciate whenever I see a cool name, I appreciate it. Oh yeah, everybody knows who Uzumaki Khan, bro. Come on, he's like a legend. But yeah, there's a lot of great One Piece reactors though. I mean, it depends though, cause for like manga wise, you know, you could talk about like Brago, you know, the King of Lightning. You know, I probably watch them more so in terms of manga reactors. You know, so I watch a lot of their reviews and stuff. You know, I'm a big fan of the King of Lightning. You know, but his channel is not that huge. But in terms of like anime, he's been doing it. One of the first ones to like do it on YouTube. You know, Tekking and all of those guys. You know, Sawyer, all of them. All of those guys. They're older though. Those guys. But I see some of the new stuff too. I forgot what the one of these guys his name is. He does video with Brago sometimes. They do like collaborations, but I forgot his name. I think he's Asian. You know, I'm pretty sure he's Asian. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm caught up. Every week I read the One Piece manga. Oh really? People don't like your name. I feel your name sounds cool to me. Ed Milson Martins, and it kind of rhymes. Oh, that sounds sick. But yeah, I really just I was like I said before, I was really just setting up my TikTok, and it was like, mhm. Once I finished, I was like, let me go on YouTube, see how my life is for a second, you know. I mean, my setup looks good. I'm always proud of like my setup. You know, I really like it. Looks good. The lighting's nice. Yo, I mean, that's respectable though. The anime has been doing a really good job too. So it's like, you know, I'm just not an anime guy. Maybe because I'm a little impatient. You know, sometimes I feel like the anime just takes too a little too long to get to where I want it to be. But the anime is really good. I always watch like the special scenes and stuff. I'm like, okay, I gotta lock in. I gotta see what's going on. I gotta see that move. I gotta see that scene. Japanese or Chinese stuff right now, honestly, it's Chinese stuff. You know, just because of my channel and my audience and stuff, I can't even watch any. I've never watched like like I watched Demon Slayer, but I haven't watched the first season in total. I've watched maybe one or two episodes. Same thing with JJK. I've only maybe watched like one episode of that. And you know, it's like reincarnated as a slime. I think that's the name. Never watched an episode. All of those shows I want to check out, but I don't have the time because everybody's just like, watch this downhill, watch this downhill. So I'm prioritizing that, you know. And then the downhill that I'm watching, it's like they're never ending. You know, I've been watching Battletoads Abyss for so long, you know, and it's not ending. Swallowed Star, it just seems like it's ending, but the thing is, I really love those shows, so I don't want to stop watching either. So it's like, you know. Oh, you got spoiled about some of the fights in One Piece. I mean, it's not a big deal to get spoiled about the fights, honestly. The overall like important stuff that you don't want to get spoiled about. Excuse me, like if a character dies or something. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You know? Dongyos are really good, man. That's why I want him. That's why I want him to get popular so bad. You know, like popular in terms of like, you know, this side of the fence. You know, I feel like it's going to get popular like that one day. I mean, I agree. You know, I'll be honest, right? I've been watching Solo Leveling, and it's like Solo Leveling is good. But I'm like, man, I'm enjoying these Chinese shows so much more better. Like seriously, and I'm not even trying to. I'm not even just saying that. You know, I've been watching Solo Leveling, and I'm like, yeah, it's part of it that I'm enjoying. But I'm like, downhills are like, they got me. My favorite character in One Piece. This is gonna surprise a lot of people, but I really like Big Mom. That's I just like, I don't know why, but I just really like Big Mom. You know, I feel like Big Mom in a way is kind of Luffy-ish. You know, she has that kiddish way about her, but she's strong. You know, so I just really appreciate her. You know, and she doesn't take herself super serious. Maybe that's why I like her. But I really like Big Mom. No, but that's what I'm saying, Ed Milson. I get it because even I want to watch these animes because a lot of people are talking about them, but I'm enjoying the downhill so much that it's like I'm cool. Like I haven't watched a new anime in like forever, and I'm okay just because the downhills are that good. One Piece, what the fruit would you eat or wish to eat? Gee, that's a tough one. I don't want to say the lightning fruit just because I feel like anytime anybody ask anything about One Piece, devil fruits, I feel like everybody wants the lightning fruit that Anna has. So only because of that, I'm not gonna say it because his devil fruit is like the coolest devil fruit. That's what I'm saying, bro. I like Big Mom. I like Big Mom. I like Big Mom. I appreciate her. There you go. I'm different, bro. I like Big Mom. Some people like Katakuri. Some people like Shanks. Big Mom. That's all I'm. Big Mom. Big Mom's cool though. When she's not so fat, you know. Yeah, Renegade Immortals. It's slowly getting better. It's slowly getting, you know, like I said before. I don't think I like Renegade Immortal more than a record of Immortal's journey to immortality. But who knows? Yeah, but I really like a record of Immortal's journey. Everybody likes Whitebeard, bro. They call him Goat Beard for a reason. Oh, Renegade is your favorite. Okay. Renegade is good. But, you know, until Renegade starts to get better than a record of Immortal's journey, I'm not going to give it that credit. Because I really like Immortal. I miss watching that show so much. But it's just like the schedule. It's and I got so many episodes of it I gotta catch up on. Like on my laptop, I got maybe like 20 something episodes of Renegade, Record of Immortal Journey that I have not edited yet, which is not good. Soul Land has gotten really good too. I think the last episode I watched the episode today. I think it was 93. Woo, that was so good. I'm watching Real Immortal. Like my life depends on it. But Erica was cooking a lot in the newest episodes. I get you saying. Yeah, man, a record of Immortal's journey. I really love that show. Yeah, it does have slow pacing. It does have slow pacing, but it I don't know. I know this is something I always tell people, right? With a record of a motor's journey, even though it's really slow, it just feels comfortable. You know, I feel like I'm just comfortable watching it. You know, I kind of like the slow pacing for some reason. You know, he's just slowly getting to where he needs to be. He's slowly getting the materials. He's slowly going up in the what's the term? Um, the power scaling thing. What's it called? The power system. It starts with a C, but I can't remember. Cultivation. He's slowly going up in his cultivation. Like I just kind of like that, man. I like the different places that he goes to. It's like he's traveling, and he's learning, and he's slowly building up to where he needs to be. I just really like that. You know. I'm not in a rush when I watch a record of a motor's journey. Record and Renegade, my top two. Okay. You're not happy with Dalpo? Is what's Dalpo? Yeah, but I like how realistic his record on Mortal Drone. I feel like that's actually how the Mortals would a Mortals world would be. Right. Oh, Zhao Yan's download. Okay. Great point about Battle Through the Heavens, right? Oh, let me say about the record of Immortal Journey first. Yes, that's what I'm saying. The realism I really like. Like I really like how, they the journey that everybody takes trying to reach the nascent stage and stuff like that. I really like it. It feels like the power that they get, it's really earned because it really takes time. So yeah, you're talking about. He's saying it's Battle Through the Heavens, not Soul Land. Soul Land 2 is different, by the way, but I feel like it is going in a really good direction because they've managed to make it very different from the first Soul Land, which is pretty good. But back to Battle Through the Heavens, I 100% understand where people are with Battle Through the Heavens. It feels repetitive. Zhao Yan goes somewhere, he fights somebody. It it is repetitive, but in a sense, it's still enjoyable. But the repetitiveness does make you feel like, okay, I'm not surprised by anything, you know. Um, but I feel like it's understandable where it is, but they need to get away from that now, and they need to just give us the climax. We need to just have the big clash with Soul Hall and just get it over with. You know, they need to bring his dad back into it, and because there's not really anywhere for them to go right now. The only thing they're doing is Giant's going somewhere new, fighting somebody. He may need something that he's fighting for, you know, and then they kind of go away, But and then they go away and they become like his new enemy. So he's making new enemies every arc, but yeah, occasionally there's something different, and there's a different experience. But he's always goes somewhere new. He meets somebody new, and they want to fight him. Essentially, but there's the unique stuff that happened too, like with the Dragon Girl and helping her reach her. But it's not even unique to a certain stage because he did that with Medusa, and he did that with Poison Girl. He did that with kind of everybody in his crew to an extent. But at the same time, you can't, like you said before, you can't exclude the first seasons and how great the seasons were about him not having his power, meeting the master, and his journey. What happened to his dad? What happened with Fang? Meeting the guy who killed his master. All of those stuff were really, 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 really great stuff. But now it's to a level where, okay, you rescued your master, you accomplished the main goal, and it's like they don't really know what to do now. So it's kind of repetitive in terms of, okay, he's just doing the same thing over and over again until he ultimately has to fight Soul Hall. But it's like it's kind of making a lot of fans getting bored. A lot of fans are getting bored, which is understandable, you know. Right. Yeah. But that's not a terrible thing, Edmondson. It's just that it's happening too much. So it's like, you know, let's when is he gonna be strong enough? you know? No, I get it. I agree with you. There is a I think it's the repetitiveness of Battle Through the Heavens recently that's making a lot of people bored. They do need to kind of get to the point, But I feel like they're slowly going there because he met his girlfriend from the Gold Clan, and I feel like after her, they have to do, they have to either go back to Medusa and finish the stuff with her, and then I feel like everything will be complete after that, and then the Soul Hall, because I feel like he just met everybody that he has to meet already. He met the ancient clans. He's met all his friends that he met that he had a relationship with in the past. I feel like the only thing is left is for him to maybe meet Medusa again and finish up their thing, which is not even a major thing. And then it's like, okay, let's finish this series up, Yeah, they're kind of milking Battle Through the Heavens a little bit too much. Yeah, but here's the thing. I wouldn't say he feels like a noob, only because the guys that he's fighting against are older than him. So a young kid like Zhao Yan fighting against these older dudes and being at a disadvantage, it kind of does make sense. Because even though he's special, like, let's put it this way: when he's fighting against kids in his generation, he doesn't feel like a noob though. Think about it, right? Whenever he's fighting somebody that's in his generation, like his age, he does outclass them really. It's when like he's facing like the adults who's been around for like a long time, they kind of make him look a little bit weaker. But when he's fighting like his generation, it's like he kind of brushes them aside. But like I said, Edmondson, I think you're just like kind of bored with it. Like, let's get to it. Giant needs to kind of start becoming the guy in the series now. Like, look at the 3-year agreement. The build up to the 3-year agreement was some of the it was so great, man. I really enjoyed that, the build up to the 3-year agreement, and then when the 3-year agreement actually happened, he pretty much outclassed what's her name? He pretty much outclassed her, really. She was fighting, but Xiaoyan had it. And then what happened? Her master came in, and he was a Dao Zong, way stronger than Zhao Yan. But it made sense for him to be. He's an adult. Zhao Yan was just a kid. Then Yao La came in and he did his thing, and Zhao Yan moved forward. So back then the story was like perfect. But that was the build-up. We didn't know the full context of the series. They captured his dad. They attacked his clan. All those things were just epic. But now we just need to fight Soul Hawk. Like, what are we waiting on? Nah, he doesn't. You're right. Yeah, Dao Hong is like nothing now. Yep. Now, Dao Hyung is nothing. Even the Dao Zong is nothing. You're right. Yeah, even the Dao Zong is like, psh, just throw that aside, really. I mean, think about it. I think Haibo Dong is probably still in Dao Huang, right? I mean, look how strong we thought he was. No, I mean, universe is a bit forced. Like there is really older people with certain levels and people with like 20 years at the same level. Understandable, right? It's under that, like I said, that is understandable what you're saying, but at the same time, the people that are forced a little bit, right? Some of them is a little bit understandable. Like Zhao girlfriend, she's from the Gold Clan and she's like a prodigy, right? Zhao is also a prodigy. If Yao didn't take his soul power, so even though they shouldn't, there is an imbalance in a sense. They're classified as prodigies, so it's a little bit acceptable, you know. And they came with this, ancient clan, ancient blood type of stuff. So it kind of gives Zhao Yan and the rest an excuse. Yeah. But yeah, that was on those things. They don't really matter anymore. If you're not a fucking, excuse my language, a Bang Sheng or right there, it's like you're a nobody again. I feel like Bang Sheng though, you're not gonna meet a lot of characters that's gonna be Bang Sheng, because like you said, when we just when we were first being introduced to the series, Dao Zong was so powerful, and now it's like there's so many of them. It's not special anymore because there's so many Dao Zongs. Yeah, I agree. The 3-year agreement was probably the best. You know, it just in general though, in a lot of series that I watch, anime and dongyo in overall, the 3-year agreement was the build up to the 3-year agreement. It was done really well. Jiren getting the heavenly flame for the first time and all of those things. It was just learning all his techniques and stuff. The build up to that was really good. Him getting the wings, him getting the weapon, like everything mattered, you know. And he's using all of those things now. It's crazy. He's still a heavenly flame guy. He still has the sword. Those things are still unique about him because it was so important. But there has been things that has been really good too after the 3-year agreement. You know, like I did enjoy. One thing I like you said, I did enjoy when he was meeting like other generational talents. You know, Omar. Hey, how's it going, buddy? Welcome to the stream. We've been here talking. They've kept me here. I didn't mean to be here for so long, but they kept me here, because we're having good conversations. Yeah, I can't disagree. You know, I don't think Dao Sheng will be. I don't think Dao Sheng will be common. Yeah. I think if they do that, it would be a huge mistake. Yeah, yeah. Like Edmilson said, I can't argue against it, man. Like that's a really good point, Jiaoyan being a kid and these guys have been cultivating for hundreds of years, it doesn't fully fit, but that they're priming Zhao Yan to be the most powerful character that's ever been in the series. So, at the same time, he's more than a generational talent. He's gonna be something that they've never seen before. So that plays into what he is right now, which does kind of, go along with it. Did they show his kid in the novel? If they didn't show the kid in the novel, they're not gonna show it in the anime. They're kind of hiding behind what happened with that whole thing in the first place. They don't want you to know that Jigen and her, they're kind of hiding that in the corner a little bit. Right, but you see what I'm saying though, right? It's like he's gonna be the most strongest character in the end. We don't have to have read the novel to know that. So his achievements can't be compared to the other characters. I didn't necessarily drop the series, Omar, but there's been so many series, bro. Like people ask about Throne of Seal, and it's like I wish I could watch all these series, But like I said, in the future, hopefully if the channel gets bigger and stuff, I can do a lot more reactions. So I want to watch all those series honestly, because all of them I was enjoying Throne of Seal. I didn't stop because I wasn't enjoying it. I just stopped because there's so many other shows going on, and like Scissor 7 shows like that, when they pop back up, I gotta watch them because I don't want to fall behind. Complain about Battle Through the Heavens is how easy the cultivation is in that world. If you compare the cultivation, the record of a mortal journey is like a joke. Right, but that's why me and you enjoy a record of a mortal journey so much, because it does have that realism to the cultivation that we enjoy, I mean, how old is Haijo D? I like to call him Haijo D. How old is he now? Like, he's like, I don't even remember how many years have gone by in the show, and he's just now getting to the nascent stage. It's like, that's crazy. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't even pronounce his name at first. So now that he's Yao, now that I can actually say Yao Lao, I'm sticking to it. Screw that. You guys, as long as you guys know who I'm talking about, I don't care. See, that's what I'm saying. Han Lee is more than 300 by now. That's kind of crazy. I mean, it looks like a baby. That's what happens when you don't have any facial hair. He looks too young for his age. Yeah, I mean, even Swallowed Star, a lot of time has passed in Swallowed Star, and Lao Fang is like world master now, right? He's not undying. I know he's like world master. All these power levels. I'm not the only one, Omar, doing it, but I'm kind of like, I feel like my channel is a little more unique because I've seen like maybe one other channel that's doing it, but they're not really necessarily English speakers. I think I don't know where they're from. I don't want to guess, but Asian, obviously. But I know there's one other guy. I forgot what his channel's name is. Well, sometimes people ask me about the reactions. A guy recently asked me, how come more people don't watch these shows? I'm like, that's what I'm at. That's the question we're all asking. He's old, right? You're talking about Han Lee, right? Han Lee's mad old. Yeah, but like I feel like we all kind of want the same thing in terms of like, I just want these shows to be. I want people to know how good these shows are, because you know whether you love Battle Through the Heavens or new episodes recently, we could all agree that back then in the 3 year agreement, some of the best, you know, in even animation wise, the animation is so cool, you know. The way how a lot of they don't get enough credit for how they animate, you know, and the coloring, the powers, the aura, all of that stuff, the music, all of those things are really good. I love Han Lee, man. Love the guy. Love Han Lee. You know, I don't try to have favorites, but he's up there. Currently, the origin continent of Swallow Star is updating. The origin is updating? What do you mean, like the origin? I know, like I said, bro, I can't even. I wouldn't even be able to read the novels. It would, you know, it would be like a whole nother thing once again that I had to be doing, you know. So I just don't have the time. But what I like about the shows that I'm doing, at one point, Swallow Star was the like, it was like my favorite to watch for a certain point, and then it was Battle Through the Heavens, and then it was Soul Land. So it's like, I love that sometimes one becomes the favorite to watch and then the other becomes the favorite to watch. Right now, my favorite to watch, I don't know, it's kind of 50-50, you know, because all of them is, you know, are doing pretty well, you know. And Renegade is coming. It's building, you know. I'm starting to really enjoy it. Lao Fang, the MC from the futuristic one, he have more than 1,000 times just flying that. Yeah, Lao Fang has been through like multiple generations, like so many generations of his family. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll never get the time to read a novel. I mean, you wouldn't understand. Like, I'm pretty sure some of you guys seen it, but sometimes people in the comments, they're just like, "Watch this one, watch this one, watch this one," and I'm like, "Have you seen how many shows I got to do?" But hey, hopefully I get to watch all of them, you know, because really I haven't really watched any downhill so far that I'm like, oh man, that was a waste of time. I hated that. All of them pretty much have been, if not good, some of them have been all right. You know, some of them have been genre wise, maybe not my favorite type of genre, but still enjoyable. Even I forgot about that Perfect World, right? I wouldn't say Perfect World was my favorite, but there was things that about Perfect World that I enjoyed, and I wanted to keep watching it, but I had to let him sit on the bench for a little bit. Excuse me. What I'm gonna do one day, which I feel like is gonna be a pretty epic video, and I want to do it in like a live stream setting as well. I'm gonna have like a top 10 or a top 5 downhills. I feel like that would go crazy. I feel like the comments would be filled with just paragraphs of, hey, you know, this is why you're wrong, and this is why this one is the best of all time. Listen, you know. Wang Ling was like 400 years old in the downhill, where he spent those years in a special place where time flows faster. Okay, yeah. watch Soul Land, the first one. One of the goods, high quality. That one I didn't touch Soul Land. Of course I watched Soul Land, bro. Like Soul Land was one of the first shows I've ever done on the channel. I mean, um, it's not the first, but it was one of the early ones. Modai Zushi, Soul Land, and Scissor 7 was some of the, I think, three of the first downloads that I did on the channel. All of them I really love, by the way. All of them really good shows. But Soul Land 1, bro, come on. I had some of, I think I had one of my most viewed videos on the channel. It was Soul Land when Tang Sen's dad showed up. Hao Tang. Oh man. Nah, you shouldn't have dropped Soul Land 2, bro. Soul Land 2 is good. It it was never gonna be as good as the first Soul Land because, I mean, come on, Soul Land, the first Soul Land was so good, you can't get better than that. But and remember, Soul Land 1, the animation at the beginning wasn't great. So so you're talking about a series that didn't have great animation at the beginning, but was just driven by the story because the story was so good, and then later on it got the animation. It didn't end the best way, but a lot of shows never ended in the best way. But Soul Land 2, if you could kind of distance it from Soul Land 1, there's a lot of things about Soul Land 2 I enjoy. The power level is kind of crazy, but other from that, it's enjoyable because it feels like these kids are like almost um what's it called, titled Grand Soul Land Masters, and they're not even, they're just in like the tournament phase, and they're already close to getting red and black rings. That is kind of crazy. But no, Soul Land 2, it starts off a little slow, but I feel like naturally that's what you should expect. Courage, K Ridge, is that how K Raj? Is that how it's pronounced? Come on, bro. It's one of my best reaction videos. I was going crazy in that video. When Tang Sen's dad showed up, bro, if you didn't see that video, you gotta, I don't know, you gotta find it. Oh, really? Oh, so you like you like the 3D animation that it had in the first part of it? Because I feel like the 3D animation, there was a lot to enjoy about it, to be honest. But from your traditional anime watchers, I feel like it could be a little bit off-putting. But after a while, I did start to enjoy the 3D aspect of how it was animated. Uh, it was, I feel like it may be a bold statement, but the Chinese guys probably do 3D animations the best out of any, you know, thing I've seen. No, they just do it. They just do it really well. You just typed whatever. See, you typed whatever for me, and now I gotta try to pronounce it. That's not fair to me. Oh, let me run. I gotta pee. Let me run to pee, and I'll be back. I won't be long. Maybe like 10 seconds. Ooh. Blam. Guess who's back? The Chinese. You know what's weird for me? Not so much the language, the subtitles, man. Because I enjoyed some of the words in Chinese, even though I don't understand what a lot of them mean. But you know, I always like when they say "ni shou la," you know. Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some of the battle through the heavens, the beginning, it was definitely driven by the story because the animation was, whew, it was not easy to look at. Tricks. You see, I remember some of the names of some of these shows, but I can't put my finger on it. Tricks. That show sounds familiar. Yeah, no, I don't remember watching this actually, but the name sounded familiar. Tricks. I mean, it looks kind of epic, big robots. I mean, it only had one season though, so maybe it wasn't that good. Fruity robot. I don't like how that sounds. fruity, fruity robo. Fruity robo. No, we're safe. We're safe. Just a normal robot. Everybody. He's just a little fruity. Bro, it's not me. It's not me. Okay. The I try different subtitles and nobody ever likes any one of them that I choose. So I'm just like, you know what? If I need something to be, if you guys need me to understand something, then explain it. You know, because I've tried different subtitles and none of them ever please anybody. H. That's actually a series. I thought that was like a typo. That's what I'm saying. You guys don't know any. I don't know any. The subtitles just suck. Don't blame me. Blame whoever is putting the subtitles. They need to work on their Chinese. Oh, it's ha 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 ha. It's just like Spanish people. And Spanish people are laughing. They put the J A. This stream was fun though. I'll probably upload this to my Patreon. I think they'd probably enjoy some of these conversations. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I gotta start practicing my Chinese. Now I'm gonna do some of these subtitles. Oh bro, we were just talking about that. I read the One Piece manga. I don't watch the anime outrightly, but I do watch the scenes. Like the scenes that's gonna be important, I watch them, the anime scenes. But yeah, I read the manga. I'm caught up. I read this week's chapter. It was really good. You know, Zoro, Luffy, and Sanji, they're ready. Even Loki, they're ready to get in the game. You know, Imu's doing his thing. So I'm excited to, see what's happening next. Nobody's actually generating them. Wow. Really. I think I've met a few people though who actually can speak Chinese and speak English. So I feel like there's something there for somebody. You know, if there was somebody outright who could really translate them good to where you guys like them, I'd pay for them to translate it. I don't speak Spanish. I don't speak Chinese. Definitely not. I don't speak any other languages technically. Technically. Technically, I'm Jamaican, so I could speak patois, but that's kind of just English, but like weird, if that makes sense to you guys. You would eat Kizara's devil fruit, yeah, another really cool one. Yeah, Kizara's devil fruit is really cool. The light fruit, or the glint, sparkle. Law's devil fruit is cool too. You know whose devil fruit is also cool? Marco. You know the phoenix fruit. That's pretty good too. That's pretty cool fruit too. You'll be able to heal from anything. You can fly. His fires don't actually burn people though, but you'll be able to heal, and you'll be able to heal people. And I wonder what the awakening, would be for his devil fruit. Chopper's devil, for who though? Chopper's devil fruit is basically Luffy's fruit, but like, it gives you the ability to be a normal human, and not so good. Yeah, Luffy and Chopper pretty much have the same fruit, but Chopper has the one that's not so. He has the human. Luffy has the Nika. Yeah, you don't know much about One Piece. One Piece is good, man, but you know, like if you're impatient, because I'm not like one of those people who, you have to reach this episode to enjoy it. One Piece is very enjoyable, but it just depends on what you're watching it for. If you're watching it wanting it to be like some kind of tournament of power type of thing, where you see key blasts going off and stuff like that, it's not that. And it the first half is just for you to just soak it in and enjoy it. There's a lot of fun scenes with the crew. There's a lot of like, it's just fun. That the beginning of One Piece is really fun because all the main characters are just being introduced and getting to know each other. So there's a lot of playful moments and stuff, which I enjoy. But a lot of people, they're kind of, when is he gonna get? When are we gonna see this? When are we gonna see Gear Second or Gear Fourth? And it's like, nah, you can't watch it for that. You just gotta enjoy it for what it is at the beginning. There you go. That's so true, man. That's actually a really, really good point. That's a great point. That's a really good point. What he said, Ed Milson, is like, that's it. You know, I feel like because of the spoilers and stuff, it does make it a little harder for anybody to watch from episode one. You know, I feel like if you're a reactor, it's probably a little easier because you have more episodes to work with, which is always good, and your audience is kind of guiding you through the way. You know. Um, she said Loki will be killed by Blackbeard. No, I've never heard that theory before. I heard other theories. Um, Never heard that one before. I mean, who knows? Blackbeard is always just up in the air, you know. I mean, what what is the chance that Blackbeard, you know, gets Emu's fruit? You know, is there a chance that Blackbeard gets that one? Because I feel like if Blackbeard's going after a fruit, he'd probably be more trying to get Emu's fruit or Luffy's fruit, honestly. But the thing about Luffy's fruit is really is not special until you awaken it. So it's like he's not gonna want Luffy's fruit because who's gonna awaken that? You know. Didn't watch Renegade Immortal movie yet, right? Okay, and yeah, I haven't watched it. No, I never even know they had a movie. That's what I'm saying, Edmondson. That's not good for you, because I feel like he said, going into episode one, I feel like you're gonna be going in wanting those Marine Ford type of feelings, and you're not gonna get that. The studio's milking Renegade. So I guess Renegade is a really popular show then, because I never thought it was popular. I thought it was just one of those niche kind of shows, but I guess it has a really big fan base. But yeah, Edmondson, back to your Marineford. Yeah, Marineford is one of the best arcs, but you can't start at the best arc because everything else is gonna seem underwhelming. Uh-oh. One second, guys. Okay, we're back. Got a call. That call is calling me to exit, by the way. So let's run through a few more questions first. Renegade one. Oh yeah, I read that. I read that one. It's the most trending downhill right now, even surpassing Solan and Battle Through the Heavens. Wow, this is pretty good. Okay, so huge respect for Renegade. I underestimated the show. I really don't like Luffy. Sometimes something about him don't ring a bell for me. It's hard to see something when you don't like the main character. you, I, you'd be surprised, but there's a lot of people who feel the same way you do. They're just not a fan of Luffy. But I think the more you watch the show, the more you probably like him. Because he is as a character is, it's really simple, but it's also like, oh man, this dude has a good heart, and that's the only thing that, you really, he really needs to, he's just like a really good dude. That's what Luffy is. Cut simple and dry, just a good dude. There's nothing really, deep. He needs deep about Luffy. Honestly, he's just really simple. He just wants to have fun, and he wants his friends to have fun. There's an arc where he's like, hey, I just want my friends to eat. Like there's like starving people that's starving and stuff like that, and he's just like, hey, I just want my friends to eat. That's the only reason I'm doing this. Which is, you can't get more genuine than that. But that's Luffy's character basically. But a lot of people get annoyed by him, especially if you watch the English, because his voice does get annoying. There you go. Whitebeard's the man. Goatbeard. There's a section of the One Piece fan base. They call him Goatbeard. He's very. People love Whitebeard. Yeah, people love White. Trust me, people love Whitebeard. Goatbeard is what they call it. A lot of people like Whitebeard more than Roger too. Roger's like he's like he's the pirate king. So yeah, it shows how popular Whitebeard is. Yep, the side characters of One Piece are the best. They have some of the best side characters, definitely. There's so many characters there in One Piece for you to have a favorite too. It's like there's so many for you to choose from. It's like, who do you want to be as your favorite character? Doflamingo, Hawkeye, Shanks, Luffy. Some people don't like Luffy, but Sanji could be your favorite. Zoro could be your favorite. There's a lot of characters that could be your favorite. You know. Oh, 1 second. And there you go, guys. My wife is here, so I have to go, unfortunately. But I will definitely be back again for these great conversations. So yeah, I mentioned one piece of power China lack of world building. Yeah, true, true. Yeah,